Search C website for license
Hello,
details.
good morning. Oh my God, my radio is so loud. I hope you can hear me. I listen to my, yes, believe it or not, it's actually on country music channel. So there's a second day thing they do that I actually like and I watch. So today is a day of clinical, so I'm on my way. Bright morning, thank you Lord for a beautiful day. I can't wait to get to school and do what I do best. Teach and impact knowledge and inspire. Alright, I will see you guys later. Okay, so I'm ready to go to class. And here we go. Okay, coming out of the car. I think I have to go through the other side. So this is me getting in the building and going to my class. So usually one thing I do with my students is prepare them for the outside world, for the state testing. So we do mock skills, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Second door. Okay, my students waiting out for me, so I'm just gonna quickly go open the door. You will find that some of the skills are pretty much repeated because, again, in the PPE section, it's contact. We don't have that, so everybody gets that. So that was just my way of trying to even it out, so. Number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number 4 goes up first. It's not random. No, we did all that fun during class.
I don't want to go first.
Oh, then you shouldn't have picked number 4.
I should have been nice. Let everybody pick their numbers first.
Oh, you picked yours first. Did you see it first?
No, I picked mine last.
Oh, you picked yours last.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it just again, it's random, and that's why I do that, because it's just the way your skills to are selected randomly. See, they don't know you. Everybody's faceless to them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know. So I think the machine picks. It's a random selection thing. So, but don't worry about it. That's what Christina says. Then she goes up there and then she smashes it. Please, girl, you'll be fine. I'm not even worried. Oh, you did? See, it keeps coming for you. Now, that's not fair. Maybe some of your other colleagues might see that and think, seriously? She keeps getting it. So before we start, what I will do, so you're the first to go, so I'm going to write your skills so everybody can see it, to be able to. If you're repeating something tomorrow, it means you didn't pass. Okay? And usually I don't. Because you don't get a chance for a do-over. Do you know why in healthcare we do that? Must have heard it before. If you fail, it means you killed somebody. You see how that is? Yeah, so that's malpractice right there. So just give me your skills. Hold on. We have CH. You know your CH. Okay, so what's your first skill?
I have third hand, output, and hand mark.
It's interesting, they've changed up this stuff, huh? But that's okay, we'll see. And then what's the second one?
The PPE.
Partial bed bath. And then 3?
The anti-violence.
So it's something that you guys need to know, but I'm sure you already know this. But if you don't, thank God, I'm bringing it to your notice. You can't change the order of skills. You have to go per, what you're given. Yes, you cannot. What's the last one?
Dressing and bed.
Dressing, bed, reading.
Now, are you going to tell me which side is the effective side, or do I just pick my side?
Very good question. Because you're asking me, I'm gonna let you have that cookie. But you should ask. Usually they'll tell you. Or if they don't, then make it your skill. Okay. I don't know if it's patient or resident, doesn't matter. But so this will be yours. So that will be yours there. And we'll just wait on him. So everybody gets equal chance of critiquing. Take your critiques. Please do not distract the person doing the skills. It will not be fair. And then we'll just wait for our timekeeper. Okay. Don't overthink it, because the more you overthink it, I'm looking at you, you're just gonna freeze. Just take deep breaths. It actually works. You know, I've heard all that, taking deep breath, like, yeah, whatever. No, it does. What it does, it pushes oxygen into your brain. And you need oxygen to think. It actually works. I've tried it. It does. You've done that too, right? It does. It just, it works. So just try that. Just do that. Even during your skills, you feel that way. It will come to you. It will come to you. Do not overthink it. Overthinking is just going to make you fail. Easier said than done, but it's doable. Okay.
Now, before I do the dressing of the bedroom, should I have him dressed? He doesn't have a gown on.
You should have a gown on. Very good. Again, you need to know how your patient should look like. The patient will always have a gown or have their street clothes, whatever it is they have. So yes, very good. Very good. I like that. She knows what her skills should look like, and so she's preemptive. Who's number 5? Oh, okay. That's fine. I know you guys. Do we have any questions at this time? Any answers? Any concerns? Okay.
Where's the goggles?
The goggles is here. Thank you very much. If you could please set it up on the, you know what, let the goggles be with the gowns. Since, you know, yeah. I don't know, I didn't count it. Just take the bag. Yeah, just take the bag. Yes, ma'am.
When we do the PPE, when we like taking it off, do you want us to just throw the goggles away and we can get them back out of the trash later when we clean up? So we have our
You know what? I love you. So do you see that blue thing there? Mm-hmm. Could you just, let's pretend, I'm hoping they're going to have a receptacle for you to throw things in. So that will be the receptacle. Does that make sense?
You want to put our gown in there too?
Yeah. Let's just put every PPE thing in there. Yeah. Because I would like, again, we don't know. So I don't even know who is teaching. I'm going to try and get in touch with some of my colleagues, but just to see how they're faring with this, you know. But so far, I'm sure there will be a receptacle. If not, good question. Those are things you need to ask, you know. But that's, again, you guys are on top of things. I'm proud of you. That's great. That's great. So because, and I know we mentioned this in class, you keep your mask on. Remember, you don't take that off because you got to protect the patient in bed. You got to protect yourself. Okay. They would. That's exactly what I'm referring to. Yeah.
Your mask is the last thing to take off.
Yeah. So I'm saying leave it, you know, because it's not in the book. Because they need you to put on a mask. So, so basically I'm just, again, this is me just trying to help, because when you take it out, they won't let you take it. Well, even if you do, they're going to have you, everybody's protecting themselves. So, yeah, I'm thinking that we're ready to go. So this is Christina's skills. You need to be knowing what to look for when you're critiquing her. At the end of all the skills, all of you, then we'll go through the whole critique thing. So oh my goodness, so we just got done with our skills. because we have new skills now. They're like combined skills. And there's 35 minutes. This is what I do in my class just to prepare them for the outside world. And that's what they've been doing all day. So after lunch, you will hear the verdict. The verdict. I'm so tired. I need to eat lunch. It's been a long morning. But so far, my students are actually doing well. They are impressing me with their skills. I took some pictures, which I will upload on my Instagram and my Facebook at Nurse Amy Academy. And that just tells you how tired I am. So after lunch, I'll see you guys because we will be critiquing another thing that it's another service I avail to my students. You know, critique them, tell them what their strong points are, and things like that. Again, I teach you the technique to pass your exam. So come back after break. So, and then I think two of your colleagues also noticed that there was no call light and you didn't talk about the body alignment. You didn't give them the call light. For range of motion, I think you had shoulder. So you didn't close. Closing, part of your closing is a call light. I don't care if you went after cookie points and you give them the call light to go empty out your supplies and dry them. When you get back, make sure, again, say it. I'm giving you your call light, you know, you have to. Or you can put it in your own words, ensuring that you have the call light still with you, you know. And then you did position inside. You kept using soap, use soap instead of please be very conscious of that. Because if you use soap as a hand sanitizer, what does that mean?
You didn't wash your hands.
You didn't wash your hands. That's just infection right there. Okay. Again, bed wasn't flat. So, I'm going to go to Beth. If you were grading her, how would you grade her? Actually, before Beth, let me ask you, how would you grade yourself? Because that's what I did with Christina. You should not? You should not have passed? Is that what you're thinking? Beth, what's your verdict?
I mean, she did a good job, but there were lots of little things that add up.
Little things? So you would not have passed her? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, good. Again, I like that. You just got to keep it real. It's not personal. You know, again, whatever you say doesn't influence what I'm going to do. I just want to know how you guys are thinking or how, you know, because again, you have to think about being in the shoes of the test observer. And a lot of times with the test observers is like a check and balance. They're usually like two people. So that's why I'm saying try and impress them, you know. So we're going to Nathaniel. Mr. Nathaniel. They're about to fry you. Have you been frying them? Roasting. Beth is like, they're going to roast you. Okay, so we're going to start from Therese. So why do you think it's important that you do not forget the waterproof? It is wet, yes. What else? I mean, it's wet, yes, but okay, so it's wet, big deal.
feces or...
That's true, yeah, all that maybe, but that's still wet. So why can't you leave it on? Again, we have to be watching the skin. Skin breakdown. Skin breakdown leads to infection and those things, that's a big thing. Guess what? You got to report it to the States. Okay, so yeah. One thing I noticed is, I already mentioned that there was a lot of wasting time with trying to figure out, you know, how to work with the linen, you know, all that. But eventually he went around that. He found a way around it, like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to use more. And that's one of the reasons why you ran out of washcloth because you are now using more towels. Okay, so you count sometimes like 4. Guess what? It should be 6. I'm gonna go take another one. I saw him do things like that. And those things just made me feel he's trying. You gotta make an effort. You don't wanna be sloppy. You wanna be seen as you're really trying your best. Okay? So your colleagues already saw that part, with the adult brief still on and the waterproof pad. And I think somebody else I don't know who came after you actually took off the waterproof pad. And so, yeah. Bed was not high enough. You're tall. It was so obvious with the two of you that you were stooping. They check you off on body mechanics. Got to be careful about that. You got to raise that bed. Okay.
A minute for us to raise the bed.
Yeah. It takes, I know it's kind of slow, but then you need to understand the beds you have might not even be, this is fancy. You might not have, you might not have beds like this, but at least how would you, now let's talk about this for real, for those tall ones. If, you're cranking the bed and you're like, oh my God, it's taking time out of my allotted time, how would you deal with it? How would you just tell me, like, would you say this bed, well, tell me, would you speak to the situation?
You just have a conversation like, hey, how you doing? How's your day going?
No, I'm talking about the bed being low and you stooping. How would you treat that, Christina?
I would just talk to the situation and tell them that the bed is high enough for me not to be stooping. And
Yeah.
go along.
And just say, and that's, it's like you're bullshitting your way, it's like they can see that you're stooping, it's like, hey.
Still stooping, will they mark you out for that?
Again, when you say things like that, it depends on who, do you see what I'm saying? You're just trying to make it work for you. They might buy into it or they'll be like, okay, nasty. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't know. But it's nice to say something than not to say anything, right? Like, I'm not stooping during these skills. Bed is at a working level for me. You see what I'm saying? They can tell you like on all fours, but you know what I mean? But again, you speak to the situation, something that would work for you. I love Nathaniel's introduction. He was very courteous. He was very respectful. And he had the banter with them back and forth. You're doing okay? Oh, that's good. He kept it at a barest minimum. Your interpersonal skills, I think I already mentioned that, is great. It was very great. You had confidence, and that's good. I said, yeah, interpersonal skills, great. Your colleagues already mentioned that you raised the bed on the wrong side. Be cautious of that. Raise the bed on the side that you are the side rail. I saw that. And then he raised it halfway. Well, not halfway, but you did. And then you went over to, finish it up. I saw that. I mean, you notice those things, For a partial bed bath, there was no privacy towel, no removing of the gown. And again, it's the same thing, just wasting time with trying to figure out, with the linen and all that and the towel, gown was not removed. Those are big things you want to do. So that wasted your time because you were actually pacing yourself. You could have finished your skill. The skill after this was which one? Anti-embolic. Do you see it? Because I was like, I know he can't, but you wasted so much time with the partial bed bath. With the towels, with the leaving, with the, trying to figure out, you fold it and then you go back again. And then, it's like you're giving time away. So again, part of this exercise, what I want you to take away from it is pacing. You just know what you're going to work on. Okay. And then you pace yourself. I'm hoping that before you take your state test, you practice and time yourself. Okay. For all of the skills, because you don't know what you're getting. Okay. So, yeah. So if you were to grade yourself, how do you think you did?
Not very well. Not very well.
So what does that mean? Would you pass yourself, or you think you shouldn't be passed?
No, I didn't finish.
You didn't finish? Yes, not finishing when it's incomplete is a big thing, because then there's nothing for them to work with, okay? Because you have to have 5 or 6 skills now, the way it's No, 4 or 6, right? Isn't that what it is? 4 or 6. So you didn't even finish 4. So that's a big thing. A lot of the things, I like the way you guys critique because you got to help the other person, okay? It's also helping you. So here on drainage bag, I wrote almost perfect until the closing. You didn't close properly. They all saw that. It's all the whole side rail, bed down, whatever, you got to close. You close, make sure everything you're done with that patient, and then you go to wash your hands, okay? So because you came in really confident, I loved it. There was I don't know where old Beth went. She came in and she was just smashing it like, you know what? However, in doing that, because I knew where your confidence was coming from, but also that confidence, I think, tripped you up when it came to, okay, I was just going to run to bed making. I'll come back to partial bed bath. Things you got to be careful with. In your bed making, it says transporting linen appropriately. Linen cannot touch your uniform. So you got to be careful about that, okay? Your interpersonal skills are just marvelous. They're just great. Are you in pain? You all right? I mean, that's just, those things, they do check those things, okay? The reason why you struggled, Christina already mentioned it. There's a reason why there's a side rail there. Bless you. You have to use the side rail. But I know why you did what you did, because of the nursing home where you work. That's what you do, because again, sometimes you put people on the side rail, they're weak. They can't really hold on to the side rail. So you're like, I don't have time for this. You're just going to go on the down. But then no one's watching you. No one's grading you. No one's saying whether you're tugging or flipping them or whatever. But now you are being watched and you're being timed. Because I saw it. I'm like, oh my God, Beth, this is nursing home skills. This is not going to help you pass. There's a reason why this is side rail. Turn on that side rail. Turn them on that side rail. That's, you see, when I do the skills, turn, and so you have space, you go. So, and I kept saying that, you go under them. So when you have them again, when you're going back to the, going around to the second side, they're on the side rail again, then you just pull it. It's so sweet and neat, So, but when you don't do that, you struggled, and you started to struggle. However, did you all see what she did when she was struggling? Yeah, she spoke to the situation. I mean, we could tell she was literally like, ugh. But she spoke to the situation, which I liked. Okay, you gotta try to make it work for you. So I like that. I said, patient must be on side when making bed so that you don't toggle and struggle. Soil pillow, we all saw that. Don't put it on the bed sheets. It's already clean. Make sure also the zipper part or it's on the inside, I mean, at that point, because time already went off. But the truth of the matter is you had confidence, and I loved your interpersonal skills. It was great. It was nice watching you do it, that bed making was just like, oh, why is she doing that? Partial bed bath, you washed, but you kept forgetting the palm. You're not doing the palm. You did everything else. I'm like, you got to wash, it's the hand. You did. And you did another skill. You're the one who saw the pad. And then you took time off your own skill to take care of somebody else's skill who's left the building and is probably hanging out with his friends, just partying. He probably passed. You don't know. And you're cleaning up after him. You leave the waterproof. That's not your skill. Okay, you guys be mindful of that, okay? Because, again, we're doing the smart skills, but you need to realize that, first of all, your classmates will not be there with you. You do your skills and you keep, and the funny thing is you have to walk away from the bed to go, because you didn't have your hamper, your trash with you. That's time away from you, okay? So I noticed that, and then, of course, you took bed down on the wrong side. Bed was left high and all that. And you didn't complete it. So, but there were certain things that stood out that I liked. I mean, the little things here and there. Yeah, the clothing, they all pick that. It's got to go around them, okay? But I love the fact that you offered it. That was nice. I was almost tempted to say he refused, but I'm like, nah, that will probably make her jump, and the next thing is... So I'm like, I'm just gonna let this go. Just let it go, let her do a stop. But yeah, that was Colleen is one of those who like to teach. I always have students like that. It's nice to watch you do your skills because you know what you're doing. And you speak it. She's very confident. And you teach it. It's good. It's good. It's your strong suit. Use it. Okay? You teach it. Yeah. So just to zoom through all of this.
Wait, what was the thing that you said you...
Yeah, I'm going there. I'm zooming through to the end. The PPE. Yeah, taking it off is kind of shaky. And your gloves went in the receptacle. Make sure your gloves go in the trash can, unless otherwise stated.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? And you can ask if they're like, oh, is everything of our PPE going in here? Yeah. Yeah. Unless otherwise indicated, because you might get these gowns. If you get these gowns, it means they're gonna wash them. That means gloves will not be with them. However, if you get the yellow one, then you know it's all trash. It's all trash can, okay? But that was great. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah, you can clap. Beth has been dying to clap. Every time she's like, she's been dying to clap. But I'm gonna say this. So if who hasn't graded? Because we need to grade Colleen too. She hasn't. Oh, you gotta grade her. What do you think? What would you do with, do you think she passed? Would you have passed her on? How do you think she did with her skills? And we're asking the lady who said she was perfect, right? What is she gonna say? Yeah. That was great, Colleen. That was really good. It's interesting because Christina completed and still had time. Why? Many things. So the reason why I'm going there is, even if you're being fast, what's the point of being fast if you did your skills wrong? Okay, pace yourself. Pace yourself. Okay. And something else I want to point out, if you're doing hand washing, the washing part, make sure it's 20 seconds. Okay. Yeah, make sure it's 20 seconds. Get your 20 seconds in. When you're doing, get your 20 seconds in. They will, please. You know, just because it's not a standalone skill, the actual washing of your hands, it's got to be 20 seconds, okay? So get that in. So, having said all that, I think, yes, there are certain things that you guys missed, but I'm gonna pass you guys. I think you guys did great. I think you did. So now we can clap. Yeah, I think you did. There's certain things that kind of,
I was deciding if I should leave at lunch, honestly. Oh my God.
No, and there's a reason why. There's certain things, some of you, like you said, and it's fine, you kept it real. See, it's better to go through this here, and then I can imagine now if we have to do this again, there's so many things you're not gonna do wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? However, what I'm gonna have you guys do when you're at home, everybody's gotta send a video of make something work. I don't care. The PPE, you all messed up big time in that, except Colleen. Yes, I'm gonna let Colleen go. Colleen, because again, the trash thing, I'm gonna let, but all four of you, you gotta do the PPE, okay? Find something at home to make it work and send a video to me, okay?
I mess up with tie-in or
Partial bed bath.
Oh.
Yes, you all, I don't know what happened. People going up, people going side, I don't even know what happened. Because you guys had practiced it. You know, the PPE, putting on PPE and taking it off was okay. Partial bed bath, you guys, I don't know what happened, guys. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Long day, going back home. It's always nice when one is going back home. I'm just happy. Do I need to bring the key out? What is wrong with this car? Should be able to read my keys. Is that one of my students going the wrong way? Oh my God. Hey. Woo. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm in the car. Ay. Okay. It's always nice after a long day that you get to go home. Thank you, Lord. So hopefully you had fun hanging out with me first day of school, and then hanging out with me clinical day, because with the COVID now we cannot go to nursing homes to do our skills, so we actually do it in a classroom. And the students didn't do badly today, actually. I was actually impressed with them, seeing that there's a new set of skills. But then that's all they know anyway. So I'm driving home, and I will see you guys in the next video.